In today's video, we're going to meet Sakis Terzis, and he's from Blue Coder, and he is going to show us JFilters for Joomla 4. Hey there, Joomla fans. Tim Davis here. I'm a Joomla fan too. Thanks for tuning in to Watch Me Work livestream number 142 here on the Basic Joomla Tutorials YouTube channel, where I show you my favorite extensions, tools, and tips for building and maintaining Joomla sites. I also work on Joomla sites, so if you're looking for someone to work short-term or long-term on a project, hit me up. Just email me at tim@cybersalt.com. Today's video is brought to you by mysites.guru. Head on over to mysites.guru and get a free site audit for your Joomla site. While you're there, check out all the tools and information that will save you time and money managing multiple Joomla sites or even just one Joomla site. It's worth your time. And if you decide to subscribe, use the coupon code BASICJoomla. All right, let's get right to it. As you can see, we have a little picture up at the top. Sakis has already is standing by there. In chat, we've got Bjorn and Mary, Alexandra, Mark DeChevre, and yeah, if everybody want to help people find this, give the video a like. That would be great. Now, if I can switch to gallery here. All right, we can see you and we can hear you. Hello, Sakis.
Hi, Tim. Hi, guys.
Yes, and gals too.
So nice to meet you.
Yeah, so before we get looking at JFilters, tell us a little bit about what's your life like in you're in Greece, right?
Yeah, I live outside Thessaloniki. It's the second biggest city here in Greece.
Okay. And are you married? Do you have kids? What's
No, I'm a single, but possibly I'll be married.
Oh, okay.
Soon.
All right. Well, that's great. You've got a candidate. You have a release candidate.
Nothing for sure yet, though.
No. So it's just the beta right now. Tell us a little bit about your Joomla story. How did you end up in Joomla?
So I started at 2005 as a C++ developer at that time. And everybody was asking for a website at that era, you know. So in my company I was working for, I started building websites. I knew nothing about Joomla, nothing about CMS. And so we gradually built a kind of our CMS. And one day, finally, I found Joomla. So it was like an envision. What's that? Everything is here, pre-built, working. There are many features, many more than we have developed already. And here the Joomla starts. Joomla journey starts. And around 2008, I developed my first extension, and then I developed several others, also for Magento. And here I am. I thought that Joomla 4 is something special that deserves a new brand, to build a new brand and a couple of new extensions. And that's the reason I built Blue Coder.
Okay. So Blue Coder is your company?
Yeah.
And now you describe yourself as the lead developer. Do you have any others working for you?
Yeah, I have several extensions, but in other brands.
Okay. How about human beings? Do you have some staff? Do you have other people you're working with, or is it just you?
I have 2-3 people working remotely.
Okay,
mainly.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. So in chat, Bjorn says that your stream is a bit lagging, but not the voice. So yeah, so we have a little bit of lag there, and it probably will get better when we get the screen sharing, but that's okay. It is what it is. Hello, Luca in chat, and Philippe. Hello to you. All right. Well, do you want to go ahead and share your screen and show us JFilters for Joomla 4?
Okay, I start with a small slideshow.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. Here we are. Can you see my screen?
I can. Let me just make sure that get this full. There we go. Full screen. And yes, take it away.
Okay. So the first question is, why do we need a filtering system? There are many surveys on that, but I don't want to mention numbers. The basic reason is that the more appropriate content you offer to your users, the more the chances to have better conversions, less bounce rates, all that stuff. So this is the main reason you should have a filtering system, especially if you have a medium to large website. So starting from there, we have to answer some questions. How a Joomla filtering system should be. And we ended up in those 3 standards or requirements, let's say. So first of all, it should be able to filter the content with all the possible fields. This in Joomla are categories, custom fields, and tags, right?
Hold on for just a second. I've gone and I've wrecked something, and everyone's looking at me now. Hold on. Sorry, I will stop. There we go. Okay, continue on.
Should I start over?
Yeah, it's all fixed. No, that's fine. Just just start. Yeah. So you're talking about medium-sized sites.
Yeah, large to medium sites is essential for them to have a search and filtering. Otherwise, the user possibly won't find the content they're looking for, and they have less conversions, more bounce rates, all that stuff. So, how Joomla filtering system should be able to filter the content with all the possible fields, right? Those are categories, custom fields, and tags in Joomla. Okay. The second one. Usually, the user experience starts with a search. All right. So it's essential for the filtering system to be able to filter the search results. In our case, the results of smart search in Joomla. And the third one should be light, fast, and SEO friendly. That's the 3 FAT requirements or FAT standards we set from the beginning. All right? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to Tim, are you there?
I'm here. I'm listening and yeah, it's all working good. And there I am on your screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to install it. The site is named Laser Crunch. It's about let me uninstall this and go from the beginning. Okay. It's about films and books.
Okay.
Okay.
Everybody, I'll just mention this. My UPS just beeped, and I look outside, and there's wind, and we are getting another storm here in British Columbia. So if I suddenly disappear and the stream goes down, hang around. If the power goes out, it may just come back on. If not, just watch in the chat. I'll go on my phone and try whatever. But if I disappear, that's what's going to happen. But of course I can't do anything about the weather. So
okay, let's hope everything goes fine. So we're going to install it. Here we are.
I like how a lot more and more extensions have it so that once you install it, there's a link that you can click on to go directly to it from the install success screen. I like that.
Yeah, because in that case, it leads you to the starting guide that supplies all the necessary information to start it.
Yeah.
So with 5 minutes reading, you are there and you can use it. So here we are. We have all the filters generated for us. As we can see, those are categories, custom fields, and tags. So once you install it, you may get an alert at the top with a call to action button. You have to press it, and we'll do everything on its own.
So so when you installed it, it looked at every kind of tag that you have and indexes it?
Yeah, it indexes.
So that's the tags and the custom fields that you already had created on the site. So it's okay.
Yeah. So if I go to my content, you can see those fields.
Okay, cool.
And author. Okay. So you can see this also here.
Yeah. Nice. So
Also,
if
you
you
can see
if you had 100 custom fields, you'd end up with 100 filters.
yeah, exactly. So I'm going to publish them all. The next step is to create a module, filtering module. Here we are. Let's name it filters. So I need the menu item for the results, okay? Which I can create it from here. Let's name it laser. So a tip I provide always is to hide that menu item because we do not want it to be directly accessible.
Okay.
Okay, we use it only for the filters. Here there are a couple of other settings. Most of them exist also in the Smart Search page, Smart Search menu item. Okay, so these are the same. Okay, let's go. Close. So now it reloaded the page, so select the menu item, laser. I'm going to set it for all the pages.
So you've created a module that is going to be for all filtering.
Yeah, for the time.
Okay.
So let's set a position.
Now you're assigning it to a place
Yeah.
on your template, right?
And if we go to our front end, here we are. So a basic element is that, or feature is that the filters are relative to the content of the page. Okay? So in that page with no content, you get no filters. If you go to the documentaries, you get the filters for the documentaries only.
Oh, okay.
If you go to the movies, you get the filters for the movies. Okay? And goes on.
All right.
Without doing anything from the backend. So now let's go and do a bit of some sort of setup. Okay, let's say this is a checkboxes. The author is, let's say, radio buttons.
Okay.
The tags are buttons because we like the tags to be like buttons. Multi-select. Let's give it radio buttons too. So we go to our front end, refresh. We can see.
Oh, nice.
We set, okay. So if I select Jared Diamond, which is a great author, by the way.
So you've in the category, you've dropped down and selected under books. You've clicked on science, and now you're filtering with the radio buttons by the author.
Exactly.
Cool.
Exactly. So this is a root filter categories. As you can see, it does not change no matter what I select here. Okay. While the other filters are being changing. If you see, essay is not here. You know, there are no essays. Okay, here is here. Okay. So a root filter is optimal if you like to change completely the content of the page. It's the primary filter.
Okay.
Okay. So what about creating a new custom field? let's create a new one.
I definitely see why Mark DeShevre was excited about this and told me about it and recommended this because, yeah, filtering and searching is such a struggle for many sites. So that's really nice.
Yeah, and Joomla now has a very powerful smart engine, the Smart Search.
Yeah.
Also, the custom fields are very powerful. You can do almost everything with them.
Yeah. Yes.
So you almost need it in many sites. So let's name this actors. I put it to the films. So I'll create this as a cast subform field so that we can add as many as we like.
Okay, set the language.
This is familiar to you, right?
Yes. It is familiar to me. For the custom fields, I've not. I'm really excited to see using the subform custom field because that is is new in Joomla 4 or a variation of what was in Joomla 3, and yeah. So when I see you use it, to be able to enter multiple, to be able to enter 3 things or 30 things without having to go in and create an extra field for each one, or yeah, that's really exciting.
Yeah, it's a great tool. So let's go then.
I mean, immediately, like I have my biggest site, which originally was in HTML, and Microsoft Page Builder of was it Front Page or whatever, and then Dreamweaver, and then into Mambo, then into Joomla, and everything. And I about 16,000 pages on that site, and I do use a lot of tags. I do use a lot of, I've got the categories in that, and I've never really ever had a system on there that made it easy for people to just filter for something they were looking for. I guess the nice thing too is that do the different filter options or combinations, do they create content that Google spiders?
Yeah, it's up to you.
Okay.
So you can set if you like the content to get indexed. If you'd like to have canonical tags, for example, for the categories, you can use canonicals.
Yeah. Okay.
That point to the real categories to avoid the duplicate content.
Yeah.
You see. So it's up to you. Totally configurable. So let's go. So my English is not the best. I write a lot in English, but I do not speak a lot. Let's go to film. Okay.
Now, and in chat, Mark DeShevre has shared a link to an article that he's written about. Let's see. One custom field to rule them all, so you guys can see that in chat. And Vinny says he's waiting for regular labs article fields, so he can use the subform the way he's been waiting for. And yeah, great.
Okay, let's go on.
Okay, so we're in the movie Mortal Kombat.
Here it is.
And down at the bottom. Okay, down at the bottom is the subform. So.
Okay. I didn't set this to be only subforms. Okay, we can do it later. So, Jack Foyer. Okay.
And Mark is gonna come on my channel and do some videos as well, showing some stuff. So.
And
cool. And that's just me. That's just me interacting or interrupting in the chat here.
Okay. So we created our values, our actors here. Let's save it. Now, if we go to JFilters, in the first site, it's not there, right?
Right.
We have to press synchronize. And here it is. So we get two actors here. You can see it.
Yep.
One is a single field, and the other is a subform field. We use the later, so I'm going to publish this one. Let's set it to checkboxes. So now if I go to my films, and then two movies, here they are. It's just 2 clicks. We have them.
Nice.
Okay. So now, there are cases that we do not want to display the whole category tree, right? For example, if we go to the parent category, maybe we'd like to display also only the subcategories. All right?
Okay.
Let's try to do this. I'll create a copy of that filter. Here it is.
Nice.
Let's name it. Okay. Films. Film categories. Okay, this is the link. I didn't set the parent category. So if you go to the tree tab, we can select the parent option, the parent category in that case.
And you might want a different alias too, right?
Yeah, because also tags are nested, so we have to find a label that can be used for everything. Okay, save and close. Another alias, yeah, I didn't get it.
That's okay. It's just a demo. It's just a demo site, so.
Okay, let's do it properly. So we'll create a new module for that.
Okay.
So it's better to start always with a results page, because the page is being refreshed after creating it. Let's name it leisure movies. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are. Okay. Save. Close. Gonna name this movies filters. And we're going to assign it to our films.
All right. So you're signing that module to only show up on the pages when films is selected there.
Exactly.
And the sub ones, okay.
And the new result page. Okay.
Okay.
And
the results page is the hidden menu.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That. I'm not sure if I set it to be hidden. I think it's not. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't have to be hidden. You just don't want to have. You just don't want, if you create 100 filters or 50, you just don't want to have them on your top menu.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to remove my main module from the films page. Except those selected. Let's say films and later movies. Save. So if we go now to our films, nothing shows up because I didn't set the position of the other module. Okay. Here we are. Yeah, I have to exclude that category from here. We can exclude specific filters if we do not want them in the model.
Okay. Oh, cool.
So in that case, I'm going to exclude the categories, which are global categories. And I'm going to use only this one. So we have our module here,
Wow.
our films page, and let's test it. Okay. As you can see, this is more specific, right?
Yeah.
And here we are. Pretty much, this is what it does.
Very cool.
Okay. Very cool. Now, a few other settings if you'd like to share. Sometimes we do not want all the filters to be expanded. You know, if we have many filters,
Right.
usually we keep the main filters open, expanded, and the rest collapsed. Okay, let's do this. I'll put the tags at the top because I like them.
Yeah, I like tags too.
Okay, I'll put the actors at the bottom.
You know,
Let's say that
the thing that I like about tags is that when you add a tag to an article, you end up with a page in Joomla of those tags, and Google spiders that and sees that as new content. It doesn't see it as duplicate content. It sees it as new content, and so it really works well in search results.
So let me tell you a few things about that here. If we go to our SEO tab, we have a few options here. So the first is about the URL format, okay? We can select if we want it to be a path or a query, okay?
Okay.
This one is about the max path levels. So in our categories, if I select documentaries, you can see that it says film dash documentaries, right? Slash documentaries.
Yeah.
Okay. This is about the max path levels. If I reduce that level to 1, okay, it notifies me that the URL will change.
Yeah.
Because this is not a good thing to do in a production site. You have to do it beforehand, right?
Right. Otherwise, you're breaking everything. Yeah.
Yeah, you have 404 pages. So as you can see, I think I'm in the wrong filter. I'm in the category. Okay. Let's go to the books. As you can see here, only the last category is shown now in the URL.
Okay.
Okay, if I change that to 2 or 3, it takes into account also the parent categories.
Nice.
I'm not sure if this is visible.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, it is.
Okay. So as you can see here, it's books/novel. The parent category is included. So this is up to us. We can set if we would like the selections to be shown in the page title. This is also good, I suppose, for SEO to have pages that have a relevant title, right?
Yeah.
The next one, we can define if we would like the links to be follow or not follow.
Okay.
Okay. And the last one is the canonical tag. So in our case, with the categories, we can define if we would like our spider, Google Spider, for example, to index this page for science or this page. Where is it? Okay. Or this page. So this is up to us, our configuration. Okay.
Okay.
So this was a parenthesis. I was in the point that I was telling about the collapsed and expanded filters, right?
Right.
So let's say that we do not want our format and type to be expanded. Go to our basic. I set it to collapsed. And the format to be set to collapsed. Now, as you can see, we have those filters collapsed and the others expanded. So I think this is quite useful if you have a lot of filters and you do not want your users to get them all.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they can always go down and just click on it and open it. So.
Yes, but this is user defined. So
Yeah.
if I expand it and select something, it will stay expanded.
Nice.
Okay. And this will happen across the entire site. It will not change for that filter. It remembers the last user state. Something else is that you can set a scroll bar. For example, let's say that I'm not sure if it's 100 pixel height, this one, but let's try it. Okay, it's not 100 pixels. Let's do it smaller. The scroll bar after will show only if that height is exceeded. Otherwise, so you can add your values there. As you can see, there's a scroll bar now.
Oh,
okay.
Nice. Oh, cool. Now, Mark has asked in chat, why can you clear tags but not the others?
What does he mean?
I'm not sure. And there's a little bit of a delay from
Does he mean the clear here? The clear,
Oh, right.
the clear
Yes.
link?
I would think so,
The
yes.
clear is shown only if there is a selection. So if I clear this,
Oh, okay.
the clear is gone. Okay.
Okay, gotcha. So if you select something else up there, the clear shows up.
Yeah. I didn't say some checkboxes here. Okay. So it's a pity to have a filter without checkboxes. Let's make the author checkboxes.
So does the clear show up just for checkboxes?
No, the clear is always there if you have a selection.
Okay.
So if I select a filter, you get that clear link.
Okay,
right?
all right.
If I clear it, it's gone.
Nice.
Nothing is here.
Oh,
I hope I responded to Mark.
Yeah, no, he's very happy in chat here.
Okay.
Mark's generally a happy guy anyway, so.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, pretty much this is, I can show another feature is the listening state. So let's say that filter in a listening state is not shown in the model, but can still return results. Okay, for example, if we set our author to a listening state, let's copy an author URL before, because I'm going to use it. Okay, as you can see, the author is no longer here, but I can use that in my content. So for example, let's link the author's name. It's Proverbs for young people. Let's link his name.
Okay. So you've grabbed the link for that filter.
Yeah, but you can create it also. So if you see the URL format,
Right.
it's the menu item, the filter name, and then the selected filters. Okay, in that case, we're going to delete the book science, which is another filter we do not need, and the category. So this is the URL we need. Okay, the menu item alias, the filter name or alias, and the value.
Okay.
But if you're going to use a value, I suggest to URL encode it. Okay. I think there is a site named urlencoder.com that you can encode any value and then use it in your links. Maybe we will create a toolbar button for that later.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, the URL encoding. That's I think I know what you're talking about there, but that'd probably be good for people watching to be able to just see what that is, because I know.
Yeah, I can show it here if you like.
Yeah, I know sometimes when I watch or read stuff and someone says, "And you can just do this," and I think I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, no.
But I think I've seen it before.
Yeah. So the real name is this, right?
Right.
This is the writer's name, okay? So we go to the site URL encoder.org,
Okay.
paste our value, encode it. Here gives us encoded value. Now if we go to our, so I think the URL format is quite clear, right? The menu item alias and the filter alias and the value encoded. So if you save that, okay, it needs some time to. Okay, you get all the articles from that author.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe useful because many times we do not want to use a filtering model, but we would like to use a sort of filtering in our content, right? Links that brings results.
Right. So it
Pretty much.
so basically what you've done there is you've created a link that people, when they click on it, so if you added it, if there was another article that had his name in it or a result, would it just automatically show up there?
Yeah, I can try to do it. Let's write the article's name, the author of another book. This is this. Let's give it. If we change our author. So we do it again. We get both, as you can see.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So pretty much this is all.
Excellent. Now, Alexander says in chat, awesome work, Sakis. You polished it to the max, and you're conscious about the UX too. And Mark DeChevre says, now that we can filter, the next question is, how can we customize the view of the filtered articles?
I haven't covered one thing. Sorry, Tim, for interrupting you.
No, Mark's what the question that Mark is asking?
Yeah, we are using the layout that the Smart Search is using.
Okay.
So if you are going to create a layout or template override for that layout, it will be the same for the filtering, the filters too.
Okay.
The JFilters.
Yeah, he was saying.
And in Joomla 4.1, the results will also have images, so can be more rich.
Yeah, so he was asking about adding intro image, show some CF tags. I'm not sure what CF is. They're trying to think. Oh, custom fields. Sorry.
I suppose custom fields, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So any change, any override that you made for one would be applied to everything right now.
Yes, but I think the result page of the smart search is very flexible. So you can set different layout for your articles, a different layout for your contacts, and so on. So it's up to you. It's up to the developer.
Okay. Great.
One thing that I didn't cover is how can this be combined with the smart search, which I think is crucial.
Sure. Good.
So let's search from the books.
Mark says he's not quite sure he understands. So Mark's asking for that. Can you show which file to edit for the layout override?
I cannot share it right now, but if you like, I can give you a link later.
Okay.
I think there is also an article online somewhere in the Joomla documentation.
Okay. That's great.
Which is quite detailed there. I suppose it's more useful than.
Yeah, and if you send me those links too, I can put them inside the video description for people to refer to.
Yeah. But I suppose that as the smart search becomes more and more popular, almost every template will include a layout for that.
Okay.
Which will be used by JFilters as well. So in that case, I search for books, and as we can see, it gives me all the filters, the possible filters, related with the results.
And this is using the Joomla for search feature.
Yeah, the smart search.
Okay.
So if I can filter further the search results.
And did you have to do anything to connect it to the smart search, or it just automatically is doing that?
No, nothing at all.
Nice.
There is a setting in the module which is always activated by default. So you can disable it if you like. Okay. Here we are. This one.
Okay. Combine filters with smart search. Yeah.
So this is about the filters. If you want your filters to be relevant to the search results. Okay.
Yeah.
So if we search for something else.
Mark says the link later is fine, or add something in the doc about that. Now Bjorn asks, can you do an override for the component?
What does he mean?
I'm not sure. I'm just a reader. So Bjorn, what do you mean about doing an override for the component? And we'll watch when he types that back. Okay.
Okay.
So if in the result, for instance, say there for minding the gap, if you were going to show an image or something that goes with that article, you would that would be creating an override layout. A layout.
Yes,
override.
at the moment, but Joomla 4.1 will have images in the results.
Okay, great.
You can include that. So you can wait a few months more.
Yeah,
you have it out.
Good. Template override is what Bjorn means. Can you do a template override for the component?
Yeah, which part of the component? Template override is about either the results page or the module.
Okay.
What else?
We'll see what he types back here.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Sometimes there's a delay between. Oh, he said the result.
Yeah, the results. We already said it.
Okay.
It's a smart search results page. The smart search.
Oh, the smart search results page. Okay.
Yeah. So whatever you're doing that layout will be followed by JFilters as well.
Okay.
You get the exact same results, the exact same format with smart search and the filters.
Okay, so all right, so smart search is where any changes or overrides or that you do, it's just going to the same thing will
Exactly.
happen. Okay, and the same thing with the modules then too, if you're creating overrides for them.
Exactly.
Okay, great.
But you can set up the results page as far as the what is displayed there. Okay. So what we said is about the layout, not what is displayed. So if you go to the results page, go here, you can set exactly what fields will be displayed.
Okay.
And these settings exist also in the Smart Search results menu item.
And that module you're in there is the, is that a menu? Oh, that's in a menu. Oh, so okay, I see. That's for a menu item that you created. Okay. There we go. Oh. All right. Well, that adds some really great functionality to sites to find content. It's also one of the things that I have found that people want to do in there we're back side by side is they often say, oh, well, I'm just going to they'll have content and then they'll unpublish it. And I always think it's great if you have old content, just leave it on there. It doesn't have to be right available all the time. But the more that you just leave on there, that's more pages for Google to find. And also, when people start filtering for things, they on a site and they see there's lots of articles, it creates an impression of the quality of the site as a resource and gives I think lends a little bit of authority to it. I mean, ultimately, if they start reading your content and it's all garbage, then of course you're going to destroy that. But yeah, great. So, anything else you want to tell us about it, or you get that at bluecoder.com?
I have to mention that there is a free version and the pro version.
Okay.
The free version is very useful as well. It's not something we did not put value.
Yeah.
So you can give it a try.
Yeah, and the great thing about having a free version is you get to learn it, you get the basics, and then when you decide, hey, I would like to do this, and you go and you realize the options there, and they can buy and they can support. All right. Well, thank you very much for that. That was good action in the chat here. I really echo Alexandra's comment about the user interface there, the UI. And Bjorn says it's a super extension. He's going to use it on his J4 sites when they come along. Mary says thank you. It's really nice how fast Joomla 4 is. I was doing something on a Joomla 4 site the other night, just zipping around, and it's so fast. So good. All right. Well, let me just get my right button here. I think that wraps it up for this session then. Mark says a really amazing, very promising extension. Filtering is key. And that is true. And Vinny says you can see some uses for this extension. Definitely. Especially if you have, like me, I have like that, talked about that large site or any site where you've got a lot of content and it's like, how do people find it? And, if you can you can filter a article list by category, but if you have lots of articles, no one's going to scroll through 10 different page results of stuff like that. And so to be able to look for an actual topic or something like that, that is cool. Lucas says, thank you very much. All right, everybody. That is great. How about that? We started a couple minutes late, but everything worked. I didn't break anything because I wasn't doing anything. So anytime there's a live stream on my channel and I don't break things, I'm very, very happy. So Sakis, thank you very much. Thanks for this extension and for your time today. And all the links for things that we've talked about, I will put in the video description below. And so definitely go by and check out the site. And that is great. So from there, let's see here. There we go. I'll go large screen there. Everybody, thanks for your support of this channel. Thanks for tuning in today. Thanks again to Sakis for showing us that, and of course for creating that. We have some other cool things planned here on the channel. I know that Mark is going to come on and show us some things, and I'm still working on lining up a specific date for Tassos to show us creation of a complex form. And Laura Gordon is also been talking to her about some stuff for the new year, so we'll have more great content here, and in between content where just watch me break stuff or do things. So anyways, thanks. Feel free to share this video, give it a like, and of course, if you reach this point and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Otherwise, that's it for now. I hope that wherever you are, that this finds you well, be it morning, afternoon, evening, or tomorrow. And until the next time, enjoy your Joomla sites, and God bless.